start with your play recap.
Okay. We finally got into the Michael Dune house through beautiful dance maneuvers by Roland. But we never figured out the actual puzzle that was involved for that. But he let us in. I just out of amusement. And natural 20s. So that's something that we'll still need to figure out. But he gave us a quest to go get this lily that Roland's gonna lead us to the south. And we decided to do some stuff around town because it was enough of a walk to where the lily is that we felt like there was stuff we should do first. So we split the party 4 ways and all went in our own directions. I'll start with what Cassandra did. She went to the Rogue's Ward to see. She has conjectures that the thief that broke into Roland's house is maybe related to the Shadow group. Pull up their name.
Was it just Shadow House?
Shadow House, yes. I think so. So it was related to the Shadow House, so she went to the Rogue's Ward to find clues about the Shadow House, which took her to the Tilted Tavern, where she met up with someone from the Shadow House, and she saw a group of individuals go into a back room that looked like it was related, potentially to some shady activities. So, and she found out a little bit of information while she was there. Mostly that Colonel Seagarden beat Zeke in combat to get better precision because of the dragon. And her men doesn't seem to think that she deserves it. And she had to get some extra training as well. And then a bunch of guards are shipping to Bonolder, but we kind of knew that. And the guards are specifically not paying attention to the Shadow House because of all this crazy stuff that's going on. So the Shadow House is growing, or they say that they run the city and potentially could be doing things not sanctioned by the city then. Yeah, and that's what Cassandra found out.
Who? Roland went to talk to his grandparents' house. I went to his grandparents' house to check on his family. And they're fine. And then he met up with Rieta and then met up with the group.
Rieta. I figured we'd save yours for last because yours is far more interesting than everyone else's.
I mean,
Tarvik went to Pip's Picks to pick up some last minute supplies. There weren't any more healing potions or anything like that, but we did get a couple of things, and Tarvik got some supplies. Then he walked down, had a quick drink at the bar, and met up with everybody.
Rieta went over to Agate Blades and found out about another job that we could potentially take up in Vermeulen, which is an old mining town where people, there was an accident about a couple of months ago, and then people just started disappearing, and there's no word from the place. And so after finding out about that, she went over to the singing stage and drummed up a crowd, put on a little performance, and really just wanted to sort of get the name out of Death's Witness, or party's group, as just a group of adventurers that are doing stuff, get some fame there, but also sort of just try to get the name Gloomer to stick, so that people start calling them that instead. And yeah, she sort of connected up with Roland at that point, and they went over to M&M's to meet up with everyone else.
That was it, actually. I think we left it when we were in line at the shop, correct?
My sister talked to us in line a little bit, but that was all good.
I do know I have M&M's. It's a special store where it's only one person at a time, and there's a catalog. You have 10 minutes in there to pick out what you want and pay for it, and then leave. And it apparently has everything.
Almost everything.
Almost anything.
I don't know if it would be like applicable to like discuss some of like the prices that we kind of found out or not. It's a little weird since it's like one at a time.
I think the DM wanted to pick up at M&M's and do some roleplay.
Yeah, if you guys don't have anything else for your recap, we can start off where we left with M&M's. So essentially I gave you guys like a small description as we roll into here. Let me do some music. So I gave you a description of how M&M's kind of operates and how it kind of looks. And basically each interaction is fairly the same because it's so regimented and it has just like a very strict guideline for kind of like choose the thing in the book, let us know, give us your payment, and we give you the thing. And then each time you guys go in there, there's either a male or a female. Elven features, very thin, slim, proper kind of clothes and such. So Tarvik, I know you sent me a list of some of the things you wanted to ask for. So with your special request, the water definitely would not have been in the book. And so if you would have, asked the question to them about, hey, do you have this? Could you procure it? I think that would be interesting just to give you an idea of how M&M can operate, how M&Ms can operate. So Tarvik, if we want to go into like you entering the store, I think that would be interesting.
I would say Tarvik would probably go last, just because like that also gives us a chance because I think we talked about before just saving up for the bag of holding. So I think it's like we may go like everyone may have gone in and like got like general prices in mind, but like I feel like Tarvik would have been the last one to go in. But probably looks in and looks around like everybody else at like the weird lack of things, and after a minute or two of like looking through the book at a couple of things and then like not finding what he wants, I guess is there a desk? Is it just like
yes. So in the middle of this very completely empty room, there's the podium that has the book, and then behind it there is a desk that is in front of the back wall, and so behind that desk stands the elven, either female or male, as they switch out accordingly. But in the book of things that are listed, you probably would have seen at the very, very front, for custom requests, please ask attendant. And so like flipping through the entire book, looking through the table of contents, not seeing what you wanted, you would probably just step around the podium and talk to the person that's in the back.
Okay. Yeah, then after a minute or two and like looking at it, Tarvik would give a sigh and then make his way up to the lady at the front. Or lady or man?
I'll say lady, as it was probably lady, guy, lady. Oh, so actually probably guy. So the male elven featured, very slim, about I would say like 6'3" or so, has blonde hair, very well kept, very straight cut, kind of like almost like a bob, but also kind of like twirled up around the sides, and you see some like ornamental jewelry / pin that's kind of keeping it in a very stylized manner. And you see very fancy robes, and he just kind of is holding his hands clasped lightly in front of his body, just kind of looking at you, and seeing you approach, just kind of quirks his eyebrow up just a little bit as you approach.
Okay. Yeah, Tarvik approaches again, very, very awkwardly, not totally knowing what to do, but he says, hello.
Just a nod towards you.
How are you doing today, I guess?
Very well. May I help you with something, sir?
Oh, yeah, I was looking for something, but I don't think it's in the book.
He just kind of nods towards you.
Uh, I'm looking for rainwater, preferably like from a storm, if that's possible. But
Ah, custom order, I see. Your preference is from a storm. Interesting. And he kind of unclasps his hands and briefly puts his hands around, like he's crossing his arms, but very gently. And then he just kind of stays there for a moment as his chin kind of upturns to the right. Transmutation, 8th level. Conjuring up weather. I suppose we could do it at one of our other locations. If you prefer the storm water, that would be 100 gold for the custom order. If you like an alternative, cheaper option for just regular water, I suppose 40 gold.
oh, okay. Well, if I'm paying for it, I guess I'll take storm, and I'll take out 10 platinum pieces and set it down on the table.
As soon as you accept, he goes ahead and takes your money. He says, "Please wait here for one moment and take position back at the podium."
Oh, okay. And I walk back to the podium.
As soon as you position yourself behind the podium, he starts walking, and then he does a double knock on the door frame before he goes into the back room. And you see that door frame is, if you're looking at the back room, it's to the left. And you see there's like a curtain behind, and he kind of swishes behind the curtain, and you see immediately there is a very similar looking but female elven lady here who kind of walks very, very elegantly and kind of takes the place of where he was originally in the middle of the desk. And you see behind a very brief flash of blue, and then nothing. And you just see that lady just blankly looking at you with arms, with the hands folded in front of her, as the gentleman was.
Oh, okay. Tarvik will say, to the lady, do I need, if I have other things I would like to get here, do I have to wait until, that guy comes back, or can I work with you? Is it a commission-based system?
You see a very small, very imperceptible, like smirk at the very edge of her lips, as you get it because you're passive. And then she says, "Whatever you may wish to purchase, you may deal with either of us." And then in another brief blue flash kind of flashes behind, and you can see the gentleman that you originally were working with comes back out, and he has this jug full of what appears to be some type of sloshy liquid. You're not quite sure if it's rainwater or not, but it appears to be some type of water, and he kind of holds it out to you.
Oh, thank you. I grab it.
He,
Like, how big is this jug, by the way? Like, is it like...
It's like 2 gallons.
Okay, so like, alright. So for decent size, for sure.
Decent sized, yes. And
okay.
he doesn't say anything to you other than handing it to you, and just immediately returns to the back.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I yell out. When I take the water. And then I will also pick up 4 porcelain bowls.
Okay. You notate that to her that you want to purchase. He says, "Very well." And she now goes to the back, and she knocks once, and then they switch again, so the gentleman that you originally worked with is now back in place. And she's gone to the back. You see another blue flash. A few seconds goes by, another blue flash, and then she returns and hands you your... Well, I assumed you paid, but she hands you...
Yeah, I was about to say,
yeah.
No, it's like, joke's on you. Didn't ask for payment. I yeet out.
And then she hands the bowls to you, and then immediately leaves to the back.
Yes, okay. So then...
I did have one thing I want to purchase. I don't think we need to do a bunch of RP for it, though.
Mhm.
I just wanted to get 100 gold worth of jade dust.
Done. Very easily. They would have given that to you. And
Great.
when you would purchase, you saw the same blue flash.
I'm not going to get anything, but I kind of wanted to discuss with the group on some of the items.
Go for it.
Well, I mean, we have enough money to look at getting the night vision goggles, or the sending stones, the chime of opening, healing potions, the javelin of lightning, or the great axe. Are any of those things we want to consider getting?
Tarvik, how much do you use your weapon?
I mean, some of the time, I guess. But I mean, I'll hold off if we want to get the fancy bag.
We can still save up for the fancy bag. I mean, it wouldn't like put that much into it. It's like less than half to get the javelin of lightning, if you'd use it.
I'd probably use the javelin a little bit less, but it just seemed fun.
Okay. What about the night vision goggles? Is that something that our halfling needs?
Let's go against my stealthing, but I do have a lantern, so.
I mean, and if you ever want to, I have like 3 times I can do dark vision.
Yeah,
And I
sure.
mean, I think we
That
should
works.
just use those before you get the goggles.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and if it's all the same to you, I'd rather wait till Pip's Picks is restocked on healing potions and give him the business.
Maybe he'll have a bag of holding.
True.
Well, we wanted a place to stay. I think we should stay at the Tilted Tavern at the Rogues Ward.
Okay.
How come? The Rogues Ward? Is that a good idea?
Well, I think we might be able to get information there, but I don't really want to talk about it out in the open.
Is
Okay.
it better to talk at the tavern?
If we're in our room, probably.
Some of the less savory establishments sometimes are known to peak.
Also,
what do you think they have?
Roland, roll a history check for me.
Roll a history check.
Ooh, damn.
Ooh,
Starting
yeah.
out strong.
Good way to start the night.
Yeah.
You know that the Tilted Tavern does not have an inn portion. It is just an alehouse.
Also, the Tilted Tavern specifically, I don't think has any beds.
Well, crap. Okay. Then we'll stay at the Central Street. Was that the inn by the market?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we need to...
But we should go to after. Let's talk in our room and then decide what to do from there.
Okay.
I mean, there's probably some other tavern in the Rogues Ward we could find that has it if you want to try to pursue that as a thing.
Well, we could still go drinking there.
That's true too.
Roland,
wanna
you
stay
would
somewhere
know
safer.
that in the Rogues Ward there is, and using the same history, you know that it is a not very nice inn, but there is something called the Bed Bug.
Wow, that's so tempting.
At least they're upfront with it.
Yeah. You get some company with you at night.
How late in the day is it?
think it's just about 1-ish, give or take. 1 or 2.
Only 1-ish. Just seems like such a wasted time not to go do something right now. I mean, we could make some progress on our way to our next location and camp.
Would you guys rather do that?
I mean, I don't see any problem with heading out. Like, I feel pretty rested. I could probably do a couple fights if something happens. And, you know, if something does happen, like, isn't the mill paying for heads? Like, they like heads.
Mm. We have a sack now. I think.
No. No, well, we have... yeah, I guess we have a sack.
I think the Shadow House was related to the attack on Roland's house. I don't know what their motive was. I don't know if you want to leave that. I mean, if you feel
if you want to find like somewhere like, you know, quiet to talk, we don't have to get a room. We can just, you know, go somewhere quiet.
As you guys are discussing outside Tarvik, you pick up, actually Tarvik, Roland, and Cassandra, you pick up a couple of ladies who are kind of dressed pretty well as they kind of pass by, and you hear them kind of chat in a little bit of a fearful / excited tone, and you can hear it's like a gossiping tone, but one of the ladies says to the others, I swear, I saw it was like a jaguar. I didn't know that we had such animals around here. He says, the other female that replies in kind says, oh my gosh, you sure you weren't drinking, were you? I mean, I know it's been tough around here, and kind of trails off.
A jaguar? Oh my god. I don't even know if Cassandra would know what that is.
You want to roll a nature check?
Sure. I am not very nature-y type person. Yeah, I'm a city girl. I have no idea.
Does Roland know what that is?
Roll a nature check.
See where this is going. Tarvik will also roll one.
Tarvik, you would
Okay.
be familiar. You don't have to roll.
All right.
Oh, well, your roll was
No.
good anyway. Roland.
Yeah, I was about to say, my roll was decent.
Yeah. Roland, you're aware of it. You've never seen one in person, but you read it in books. Rita, you would also be aware of what a jaguar is. And I'm basing this off of Rita, you traveled as a bard, going from place to place, and Tarvik, you were very much an adventurer before your time and have traveled in different areas, so you would be familiar with the animal.
Roland, you're the best dressed. Maybe you should ask them about this. They look fancy.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. Rita, come with me.
Where are we going? What?
Just grabbing her hand and pulling her.
Like Rita, like there was like just like a butterfly that like flew by as these people were walking by, and Rita was just.
Huh?
I'm going to kind of like walk over, try to cut them off, and like see if I can catch them.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. They're not walking at a fast pace at all. They're meandering, and they are heading towards this direction here. So they kind of pass by you from here, and they're making their way here. So you kind of catch them around the shield station area. What do you do to gather their attention?
I'm gonna kind of like position in front of them, and I'm just going to say, "Good afternoon, ladies."
Oh, hello.
Hello. So sorry to intrude, but we heard a mention of something quite interesting. A jaguar.
Oh, dear, we were just talking about that. Did you see something?
No, not us personally. Did you?
Oh my god, I swear I saw it yesterday night. It was going towards the royal house. I mean, it was dark, but I saw it. It was dark, it was low. Oh my gosh. by gods, I wasn't drinking either. And you can smell just a little bit of liquor off of the lady who's talking to you, and you see the one next to her just kind of rolling her eyes and says, I swear, she's a bit tipsy, and I think she may have been drinking later. I swear I wasn't drinking, Margaret. And now, I understand, Gertrude, however, you understand my suspicion about a jaguar. Things like that don't exist around here. Who was your person? And the lady who was Margaret kind of turns to you, asking you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to lie to them. I was trying to say we overheard you all when I first approached. Oh, we just heard it from someone on the streets. Such a curious thing, though. You imagine? I wonder how it got in.
Make a general
Look,
charisma
there's
check.
our friends. We need to go.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Make a charisma check for me. Just straight roll. As soon as you kind of wrap up that interaction, they just kind of look at you a little oddly, and as you walk by, you can see them kind of looking over their shoulders and just whispering to each other. Rita, what did you do this entire interaction?
So like Rita, like it just sort of like got like dragged over here, and she doesn't know what's going on or why we're talking to these people. But when they mention like a jaguar, like her eyes sort of brighten up, like, oh wow, a jaguar here, and she's just sort of paying attention. But she's not really trying to steal Roland's thunder, and she's a little bit amused as he gets flustered interacting with people.
Social anxiety. I feel it. Rita, in your head, you hear from Pick, from the mention of jaguar. And he's just
I'm sorry, I missed that. One more time, what did he say?
He's just making cat noises like, wow. And just like, wow, wow.
Great.
In your head now.
Thanks, Pick.
Alright, so
you
rolling,
find out?
Yeah, rolling, you go back.
Apparently it was spotted near the royal house. Last
Didn't
night,
think-
at dark.
A jaguar. Did they describe?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like the lady was like maybe was kind of drunk, so maybe it was something else. But I mean that's interesting. Like hanging around the palace at night, that could be worth something.
I feel like that's a good way to get arrested too. Just FYI, like.
I'm gonna try to keep our Is anyone watching us?
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh.
You notice that there is a guardsman behind here, fairly far off. I would say like 80 feet away. But you catch him looking at you guys.
Roland, do you know of any parks nearby? Quiet places?
Well, the scene stage is a fairly public place nearby. But yeah, there's some small parks in the area. We can go find one.
Okay, let's go.
I'll lead her to the nearest park.
Closest one over here.
Okay.
There's like a small little gazebo and a lot of green space. Yep.
Is that guards following us?
You kind of keep an eye out. Also for this, are you trying to hide that you're kind of clocking him, or
Yeah,
hide
I'll
it? Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. You try and conceal the fact that you're kind of keeping an eye on him, but he does seem to follow as you guys move.
What's wrong?
Cover my mouth and just this guard is following us. I don't know why.
You can see now he's
Should we-
on this block, and he's kind of walking towards like here. And he's just kind of like standing in the street.
Should we like split up and like whoever he follows try to lose him?
Does this guard, do they look like a palace farthing guard, or just a regular city guard, or maybe someone like one of the mill soldiers?
Looks like a regular city guardsman.
I don't think I did anything wrong this time.
I mean, maybe, the governess is just trying to, not the governess, the
Colonel?
oh no, the colonel!
Colonel.
Colonel Seagarden! Maybe Seagarden's just trying to, like, keep tabs on us?
Maybe.
I don't like it.
Or maybe it's just, like, we kind of stick out, right? Like, I'm in armor, and like, we're all carrying weapons and stuff. Like, we don't look like the other people here. He's probably just, it's probably nothing.
I guess let's just sit on a park bench and...
Or maybe he just likes, looking at pretty people. That's probably it, too.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
In your
Tarvik is
head,
very pretty.
Rita, in your head, you hear the whistle for like cat calling, the hoo-hoo, like that pig does.
Well, I mean, I guess do we want to do the split up strategy? We could just do the split up 1 by 1 strategy. So we all go sit on the park bench, and then one of us leaves and see who he stays with,
Okay.
and then we can.
Do you, like, where are we gonna, like, do we just want to, I mean, if we're looking for privacy, maybe we just go outside of Duras, just, down by the river or something?
I mean, if we're
Well, and
There's
if
a
we're
song
going
about
to
that.
leave anyways, just see if he follows us outside the city.
Okay.
I don't know if we decided to leave or not. Maybe we hadn't.
yeah, I
but-
was about to say I think we were going to talk for a bit first. So
Yeah.
what?
Is it just that we don't have a private place to talk right now because he's there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alright. I like the idea of let's just act natural and see if he just goes away, and if he doesn't, we can try split up.
Okay. I mean, he's okay.
Let's talk about the public quests. So Michael Dune wants us to go south.
Yep. And Egid wants us to go north.
Yeah, and I mean, at first, I didn't think that Igid's item was going to be really helpful to us, but like, I don't know. I'm kind of waiting. Like, if we go and help Michael Dune, then maybe we get an ally out of him, and he'll, be able to help us in the future. But there might be more money in this whole Vermilion thing, or Vermelon thing, and I'm kind of just thinking back. I don't know, Cassandra, Roland, do you remember the gnomes? Like back in the Marian Vale, like there were these gnomes,
The ones that
got
died in the
captured.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I kind of feel like the reason why they died is because we didn't prioritize saving them. We prioritized fighting the goblins that had captured them. I just kind of think, well, maybe if we act quickly, there's some danger in this Vermelon, and we might be able to actually help someone.
Well,
Wow,
you say that, but that's very, very kind. It is a good sign. But the Vermelon issue has been ongoing for months, right? Like, he's not in a rush. There's no reason to think anything's going to be different today or tomorrow from last time. Other than just maybe if you have a gut feeling that we should go rush to it, but no one's exactly in danger, I don't think. Or if they have, they've been in danger for weeks.
I seem to be the one with all the conspiracy theories, but both Vermilion and Parabor are mining towns, and both are under attack.
That is an interesting point.
Hmm.
Well, I definitely think we should pursue Vermilion. I guess it's just a question of before or after the other items, but if that seems the most critical, we can go there first.
I mean, I do really, really want a spa day too.
Yeah, it does seem more like lives are at stake with Vermilion, and
Hmm.
Michael Dune didn't seem to say what this lily is for. Or do you know what lilies are used for? These lilies? Are they used to save lives, or?
Magic. I believe the lily had healing properties, but I'm not sure how. But I assume it would be used in healing magic, but I don't really know.
He wasn't very forthcoming of why he wanted it.
No.
The other thing is that we may only have time to do one of these things before Zeke gets back from Parabor, and Seagarden comes
Well-
calling again.
Well, how far away to the north are the missing people?
Do I know how far away Vermilion is?
I would say make a history check with disadvantage because it is a very outlying property of Duros.
17.
You know that it's probably a 3 days travel. That's walking.
Hmm.
I mean, we could look into hiring to have getting some horses, going a little faster.
Probably save money on mine. Get a pony.
But
Or
I
we could
think
double up.
if it takes,
Get a cart.
the point I'm saying is if it takes almost a week to get to Parabor from here, and it's 3 days up to that place and 3 days back walking, and one day to the spa place and one day back, it sounds like we have enough time, at least before he gets back. Maybe,
Yeah, you're
maybe
right,
not before
Tarvik.
he solves the problem.
I forgot that we, how long it took
How
us
far
to
away
get here. I'm sorry. You're right.
I mean,
you're
he
right.
also might have horses, so it might be closer to 4 days up and 4 days back. But I would imagine that he's going to be there for a few days at the very least.
We don't know how long either of these things will take, too, once we get there.
I mean, we could get horses and sprint to the spa and come back and then reconsider and then sprint to Vermilion and back. It's also possible that Zeke's never coming back because there's something evil there that's going to kill him. So, I mean, that's also a thing.
Is it bad that I kind of hope so?
No.
Yes.
I mean, no, don't think that. Don't think that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You're right.
Kind of sounds like you're actively wishing for a person that's trying to help to get murdered. So,
But he's a dick.
mhm.
All right, you're right.
I mean, Roland's families are just what?
Ooh. What?
What? Hmm?
Hmm.
Tarvik wouldn't say that, but
I like the idea of getting a horse and maybe getting there.
All right, let's. Is the guard? You want to try to slyly look for the guard?
He's still looking at you.
Yeah.
okay.
Should I use I just want to start a fight.
No, don't.
He's also gotten closer, so he's probably 60 feet away now.
Okay.
Oh, that is earshot. Just confront him.
Well, no. Why don't we just try breaking up before we try confronting? So,
All right.
where do we go to buy horses? Where's the horse buying place?
At the gates, there'll be places.
Okay. So why don't we?
I feel like we need
Yeah.
we decide if we're going north or south.
South. I think
going
one
south,
at a
we have
time.
horses.
You go to the south gate.
Okay.
And if we're going south, maybe we meet at the pewter place.
What is that?
Rose's pewter.
Yeah, Heroes Pewter. That
Is
way.
that a shop or what? Do I know what that is, DM?
You do know what that is. Give me a second in my notes. Palace. Yes. You know that it is a future smith.
Oh. Oh, interesting, actually.
It's on a nice plaza. We can meet by the statue. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So just I
who's-
don't want us to get too far away from each other. Where like if one of us is in trouble, the other can't help. I don't know.
Well, that's why I wanted
no
to
one's
do
even
it
that
before
guy.
the gate. That way, the other if the guard leaves, the other two can kind of follow behind and then kind of catch him in the middle.
Gotcha. Wait, say that again. If the guard.
So we slowly move down to here one at a time.
Mhm.
If it's not the last person, then then when the guard leaves, the other two leave behind and then pincer behind to get him. If it is the last person, then we are all ready to go and we can bolt out of there.
One addendum. Whoever he follows, I feel like should try to lose him first. And like the other two can like follow from behind, but hopefully unseen. That way if they do lose him, then we can just all back off and not engage the guard.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Who's up first?
I feel like who's the most likely he's following? Gonna look at Cassandra.
I was gonna say
Rita also looks at
Tarvik's like,
Cassandra.
I'll be looking at Tarvik. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, actually, Tarvik will probably look at Cassandra looking at him and be like, oh, okay, I'll leave first. And then Tarvik will get up and start walking away.
Alright.
And Tarvik will try to see if the guy follows him. Try to keep track subtly as he can.
Okay, make a perception check for me.
Perception. 23.
Are you trying to conceal it?
And, I mean, a little bit. Best I can.
Okay, roll stealth for me.
This is still gonna be a disadvantage. 6.
You are trying to stealthily look over your shoulder, but your neck is so stiff with muscle that you like have to turn a part of your upper torso to kind of look over your shoulder as you're moving through, and you keep an eye out, but you don't see the guards and follow you.
Okay, fine. I'll just make my way to the Peter place then. If I don't think he's following me.
Mm-hmm.
Do the others see him still there?
Are you guys watching
Yeah. I'll keep
stealthily? If so,
Yes.
roll stealth as well.
watching. Uh-oh. I can't see.
You are stealthing so well that you've stealthed your own vision. You've concealed your own vision towards the target. He's lost amongst the daily crowd of people kind of whining about. However,
Okay.
is anyone else taking a look? Or was it just Cassandra kind of keeping an eye out?
Well, with Cassandra saying she missed him, I might try. Roland knows he's not so stealthy, but I'm
Okay.
gonna try.
Yeah, go for it.
Nope.
Distracting us right
Yeah.
now.
You're kind of like following Cassandra's gaze, but her gaze is completely wrong, and so your gaze is also completely wrong. However, you're kind of like keeping a low key visual of just like random people kind of walking around. Was Rita looking as well or no?
Oh, yeah. Rita will look. How
Okay.
about it?
All right. Yeah. You kind of like see the visual kind of fades as like some people walk across, and then it kind of goes in and out. Like you get visual, and you kind of don't, because some people are crossing, like a group of people, and then again you get visual, and then it kind of fades again once some other people are walking. It's midday, so there's a lot of people kind of out and about. So it's touch and go, but you kind of get that
Yeah,
the guard
he's
isn't
still
moving.
kind of here. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go next.
Well,
And
I don't know.
this-
Maybe should Roland go next if we're worried about like people getting caught out. Like, I mean,
Okay.
no offense, Roland, but I mean, you know.
I have a plan. I'm gonna stand
Oh.
up. I'm gonna walk for a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna look back. But
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna walk until I get to like either a cross street or an alley somewhere that's kind of out of the way.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna cast Disguise Self, and then I'm gonna pivot and go back the direction I came from and look for the guard.
Okay, so
Is
I would say...
is
Rita, go ahead.
I was just gonna say as Roland walks away, Rita just has like this little like almost epiphany, and she just sort of whispers to Cassandra, "What if the guard isn't a guard? What if it's another imposter?"
Yeah, I was thinking that, or he's working with the Shadow House or something. There's something weird going on in this city.
So Roland, I'll say you get here, and then you use Disguise Self, and then you kind of go through this small alleyway here. And describe your disguised self for me.
Okay, so, I think I look like Rito, for sure. That's the one I went with. And I am a tiefling with red skin and
The male version of Rita.
yeah, male version, but taller and maybe trying to look a little different too. So yeah.
What makes him look a little different?
Nose is longer.
Gotcha. Make a perception check for me as you kind of round this alleyway, looking different.
I'm mostly checking to I want to go back on my path though. So if he was following me, I would catch him. But that's
Okay.
my perception.
So let's say you kind of you ducked in here, did Disguise Self, and then went back this way and kind of backtracked.
Ooh, good perception.
You don't notice him as you continue kind of making your way forward over here. As you continue your way.
Wow, look at that hot tiefling.
Yeah, you guys.
I know I am.
No, the other one. Look.
Do I find him? Do I see him in the group?
You see
In the-
him. He hasn't moved at all, and he's still looking towards this direction. Are you going back to the group, or are you just kind of
No.
walking?
I'm going to plant myself somewhere so that hopefully he I want to get on the other side of him so that he can't see me, and if he starts walking towards the direction they're going to be walking, I can follow behind.
Okay, so
Staying out of his line of so basically staying out of his line of sight, so staying out of anywhere on this path, and just leaning against a wall waiting for him to move.
Okay, I'll say you're leaning over here, so you're outside of his visual. You can still see Cassandra and Rita, but he can't see you based on this corner of the building. So Cassandra and Rita, you all see Rito kind of posted against the building. What are you guys doing?
Is that... We've seen Rito before, right? Is this the same Rito that we've seen before, or
Wait,
did you change it?
Who has seen
Everyone but Tarvik has seen
everyone
Rito.
Okay, yeah, so you guys
It has a distinctly different nose, but yes, they have seen.
Oh, that's clever. All right, who's next? Do you want me to go?
Yeah, you can, sure, you can go.
Okay. I
Tar-
will.
Okay, go ahead. Well, give me a second. Tarvik, what are you doing in the meantime?
Just sitting there, just loitering awkwardly
Just
outside of
loitering.
his door,
Gotcha.
hoping to God that he's not approached by literally anyone or talked about anything.
Can you make a general charisma
Good.
check for me?
Oh boy, I'm just so good with charisma, so I'm maybe at a disadvantage. With Tarvik, that is an accurate statement. So I get 10 without disadvantage, or 4 with.
Yeah. I say the 10. I'm not giving you disadvantage or anything. You're just being.
All right.
Okay,
Right.
so you
Oh.
get a couple of strange looks, Tarvik. People just kind of glancing by as you're just kind of awkwardly standing there, like hands not even in pockets, just kind of like there at your sides, just standing. Cassandra, describe to me what you do.
Oh, well, it's been lovely chatting with you. I'm gonna get going now. And get up and casually, as much as possible, walk in this direction.
And are you trying to keep an
Rita.
eye out while you go, or Rita, what are you doing? Rita or Cassandra? I know Roland's still looking.
Yeah,
I'm,
I'll try to stealthily.
Okay,
I'm just gonna let Roland kind of handle the keeping tabs on him.
gotcha.
Yeah,
You're
still not
moving
very
through,
good.
you're kind of weaving through some people, which is very easy with your size. Though, because of your size, you're kind of looking at people's bodies when you kind of look back and glance, so
Yeah.
your visual is kind of lost, but you keep moving. Where do you move?
Yeah, I'll go. Is this the actual palace or is this something else? I'm just curious.
When
Who's
you
this?
look at the building, you kind of get a glance when the door opens, and you see it's some type of inn establishment, some type of tavern.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, I'm just allowed to
Oh,
walk
man.
past the palace.
Man, it's crazy that we could have actually stayed at the place that we were right next to instead of
Yeah.
when we're talking about places to stay instead of.
I keep going down this way until I
Do
meet
I-
up with Tarvik.
I see him follow her.
You don't see him follow her. However, once she leaves, the guard starts approaching Rita's direction, and you see him very
Ooh.
clearly, Roland. You see he's making his way towards Rita, and he's... here, I'll do the free hand so you guys can see. It's in yellow.
Maybe he's just a fan
You thought it
from the
was
song.
me.
So he kind of comes this way. And Rita, he approaches you very meekly. You can see he's kind of slowly walking towards you. He has his arms kind of in front of his hands. He's just kind of running them. And he says, excuse me.
Oh, hi, hello.
Hi. You don't know me, but I heard you singing earlier, and you were just really, really, really good. Could you sign this for me? And inside his breastplate, he just kind of takes out a little bit of parchment and a quill and just kind of hands it over to you.
Yeah, oh, yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, who do I make this out to? This is exciting.
Oh, hi. My name's
You're
Daryl.
the first person who's asked me for an autograph, and this is so great. Oh, did you say Daryl?
Daryl, like barrel, but with a D.
Okay, Daryl, and yeah, she'll just
I
like
can't
take it
believe it. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're very pretty.
Thank you.
Make an insight check for me.
Okay.
He's really cool. He's like, he's keeping it real cool, even though Roland, you can see that his arms are kind of shaking ever so slightly, and he's like wringing his hands while he's waiting for Rita to sign. But Rita, you're like, oh yeah, he's just a normal dude. Oh, thank you so much. You were very lovely.
Yeah.
Are you performing
I just give him
anywhere
like
else in the city?
Oh, yeah, I haven't thought about it. Maybe.
He just kind of stands there looking.
Is there
at you.
any place that is there any place I should perform? Like what are the best venues in Duros?
Oh, well, the palace is, really up there. It's the best place. It's really fancy.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe, yeah, that sounds like a spot to do that. Thanks.
Oh, great. I'll see you then.
See ya.
He kind of takes. Did you sign the parchment?
I did.
What did you write?
Oh boy. Probably something like, to my first fan, Rita.
Okay. You see, he kind of takes a look at it and says, I can't believe I'm your first fan. You're too good." And he kind of like awkwardly chuckles and just makes his way back from whence he came.
We're too paranoid.
We are.
All right, I'm gonna head over to the rest of them.
Okay.
I'll meet up with her and follow.
Okay.
Well, that was adorable.
Oh, you like?
Rita says to Roland.
Yeah.
To Rito.
To Rito.
Oh yeah.
Can I actually go in the pewter shop?
You can, yeah. And Roland, you would have watched the entire thing happen, and you would have easily overheard every single thing, and saw the guard and whatnot.
I want you to know, Rita, that I would have cast Fireball for you.
I appreciate that. I really do, but we were standing next to each other.
Yeah. I actually... Yeah, okay.
And
You would have been
actually,
fine. You
since
and I would have
we're-
been fine.
yeah.
But
But by the way, just since we have like a second away from the other two, I just wanted to let you know that the way that you say horse or horses is very cute. And then I run off to the pewter place.
Some horses. We're gonna get some horses. Horses. Hey. He's just, yeah. Okay, he's yeah, just yeah, okay. I mean,
Is he all flustered right now?
I both me and Roland are flustered right now, trying to figure out how we say horses normally, and if this is normal how we say horses, because now I'm thinking about it too much. But yeah.
Wonderful. So as we all kind of meet, or as you guys all kind of meet in this area, I'll say this is a pretty good time for a break. So how about morning again? Alright, you guys are all in front of Heroa's pewter. So, Cassandra, are you the only one who goes in?
I mean, everyone else is welcome to. I guess I'll find out first if Rita is okay.
Yeah, I was just saying, we're alive. Hi. I still look like
it was just a fan.
It was just a fan? The guard was just a fan?
Yeah, I have fans.
Wow.
Or a fan.
Well, we're your fans.
Yeah, we're your fans too, yeah.
Congrats. I'm gonna look around though.
Make a perception check.
And Rita has just like had this smile plastered on her face.
Alright. Guess I don't see anything.
You see Rita's beautiful smile, and it's so distracting that you don't look anywhere else.
So did he approach you?
Yeah, he just wanted an autograph.
Oh. How'd you sign it?
I mean, I just, I decided it. I signed it with my name. I signed Rita.
What's your last name?
Yes, witness. Last name.
I mean, it's just Rita.
Insight check.
Rita, roll.
Wait a second. Am I still benefiting from enhanceability? Has it been an hour?
When was it last
It's
cast?
an hour long.
That was
It was
before.
cast right before.
I mean,
it was cast like when I
we
started
trained-
to do the performance.
we all went into M&M's, right? So that was 10 minutes each for that.
Or
Well,
less.
it didn't take 10 minutes. That was the max that you had to be in there. So I don't know if how long do you guys take in there? I don't know if it would have been long enough for you guys to have been an hour. You guys were talking a little bit, and then you had the whole
As
thing.
soon as. Yeah,
I mean,
as soon as
we
Cassandra
started
saw the price, she
over-
would have left. Yeah.
I mean, we started over here. You did a whole performance here, which was long enough for Cassandra to have a bunch of conversations, Tarvik to go up to a shop and make his way down into the city. Like,
The performance was kind of the second half. It was my second kind of round of the. So like I think you had already been to Pips.
I'm gonna say it's under an hour. I don't think all of this
Mhm.
would have taken more than an hour. So yes, you still have
Okay.
your advantage, and you can roll.
Ah. All right. I mean, Rieta is she's trying to hide something. I think that's it. But she said, I really like I just signed it, Rieta. Like that's all.
okay. So, nice thing about Tarvik will not follow up on that.
Cassandra just files that away for later.
Was Roland part of this? Roland, did you want to roll insight or no?
If Roland's picking up on her being uncomfortable, he's not gonna push it.
Okay.
So he's pretending like he's either doesn't know anything or he's pretending like it. One of the two.
Gotcha.
Rieta is not smiling anymore.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Rita's a great name. It's easy to remember. I wanted to check out the shop really quick. I was thinking about a holy symbol for the Raven Queen.
Okay.
Walk into the shop. You want to come with, Rita?
Okay, sure. I guess.
Should we go get horses while you're doing that? Are we still
Sure.
talking? Are we still not sure if we're going or not? Sorry.
Let's just go to the spa. Maybe we can talk there.
I mean, we're not gonna get to the spa until tomorrow, right? Or wait,
Yeah,
are you talking about a spa here?
No, the spa tomorrow.
Okay.
We can go get horses so that's a little faster. But I don't want to enter. We need to rest. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
let's
Okay.
go get horses.
Okay.
All right. So, Rita and Cassandra, you enter in the shop, and it's a fairly modest shop. It's not too large. It's not too small though. And you see immediately as you walk in all these beautiful silver-colored, or I should say pewter-colored, trinkets. So you see like flagons and ale cups and such, and then you also see a manner of jewelry and accessories, as well as like clasps for hats, boots, etc., all around on these tables. And you see it's kind of like organized by column, and then you see that the store owner is to your right at a desk. So she's kind of like looking at the back of the store, and as soon as you enter, you see her right there on your right side. And you kind of hear her welcome you guys into the store. Oh, hello! Welcome to Heroas. I'm Heroa. What are you looking for, young ladies?
Some new jewelry. That is a custom request.
Oh, a custom request. What are you looking for, my dear?
I was wondering, and I'll take the feather from the Raven Queen, and I'll say, I wonder if you could, like, make a mold of this and make it into a jewelry piece, like a necklace, I think would be best.
Oh,
Or maybe,
my.
like, a barrette for my hair.
And you see she kind of takes the feather with her forefinger and her thumb, and she kind of holds it up in the light and twirls a little bit. You can see she's a little bit of an older woman. She has like spectacles that kind of hang on those, those glasses holders that are like a necklace. You can see she kind of was looking through them. She's regularly dressed, nothing too fancy. She's kind of just putting it up in the light. This is so beautiful. Well, it will take me a few days for this custom order. I don't know if you would like this in a necklace. It seems a bit too big, my dear. However, and she kind of like puts it towards your head and kind of like is measuring. Oh, perhaps a scaled down barrette of some sort. Would that be okay for you?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Oh, how lovely. May I have a name for the order?
Cassidy?
Cassidy. Can you spell that for me, my dear?
Kassidy.
Let's see. I suspect this will take me about 4 days for the entire process. And it will cost you about... gosh, I don't know. How about 2 gold? She'll say 2 gold.
Okay. And then I'd like to get a present for my friend here. Rieta, would you like to pick out any jewelry?
Okay.
There are all manner of sorts of things. So you have like cups and different types of tableware and silverware on the very left-hand side against the wall. In the middle row, you see one table has like bracelets, and then the table adjoining it has necklaces, and then the far right table alongside the right side of the room has earrings and also like hair accessories and some miscellaneous things.
Rieta will pick out a bracelet.
There are various bracelets. It ranges from like sleek and modernish to very gaudy to like kind of very intricate. Like, what are you looking for? What kind of thing do you pick up? Because there's all manners.
Oh man, I'm not ready for this. I don't know about bracelets.
They all have price
You can
tags
do a
too, so you have to give me a
snake
price
thing.
too.
Or a musical thing, or...
Yeah, there's like animal designs, there's just plain basic design, there's like waves, emulating nature, like... What is Rieta's fancy?
Rieta is she's gonna pick out something that is really sort of just like a band. Doesn't have any sort of emblem or trinket on it. It's just sort of a band with a sort of repeating pattern of geometric shapes.
Oh, what a
How much for
lovely
that?
choice. For this, it would just be 8 silver.
Okay. I'll go ahead and hand that over.
Thank you. And would you like this wrap, or would you like to wear it right now? And she's kind of looking towards Rieta.
I'll wear it now.
Lovely. Here, let me help you put it on. And you see her a little bit older hands. She's slightly wrinkled. She kind of places it very gently, and she waits for your outstretched hand. And she kind of clasps it over you. And you can see there's a very small clasp, but it kind of is hidden by the design itself, so it doesn't look like a clasp once you wear it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Cassandra or Cassidy.
Oh. Alright, let's get going. I'll be back in 4 days.
You see her have like a small smile and just wave at you guys. Have a lovely day, my dears.
When we get outside, I'm gonna turn to Rieta and say, I think I hurt your feelings asking about your last name, and that was selfish of me. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It's
You can tell us
Stop
when
it.
you're ready. Yeah, and you don't have to tell us at all. And just that was selfish, like I said. So we good?
yeah, we're good.
Hopefully this can cheer you up a little bit. You look so happy until I asked about that. I'm sorry. All right, let's go check out the horses.
So while all of this was happening, Rieta and Tarvik, you guys are actually very close by here. There is a stable house right before the road here in this building. That's right here. And as you approach the area, you do see there are a stable full of horses, all varying colors from like the darkest black to the whitest white, everything in between, and different sizes as well. And you kind of approach the barn/counter area where you see there is a younger gentleman, probably somewhere in his 20s-ish. He has like a mop of brown hair, very tousled, kind of unkept. And you see he's kind of skinny, a little bit of freckles on his face, pretty pale. You can see the ever so slight carve of an elven ear, though not as pointing as maybe a full elven-blooded individual, as he kind of looks towards you guys and says, "Oh, hello.
Good day.
Oh, can I help you with something?"
We are looking to purchase 4 horses.
Oh, okay. 4 horses. Are you buying the horses?
I think so. I think that would work best. If
We want 4 horses, or do you want something smaller for Cassandra?
well, right.
Any ponies?
Do you have any
donkeys?
miniature horses? Like something still quite fast, but more appropriate for a
Maybe a mastiff would be a good pick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The
Why the
jaguars.
dogs?
The jaguars. Right?
Yeah.
But still quite fast.
Sorry.
Have you guys seen Pawnee, Parks and Rec?
Yes.
All I could think of when you said miniature pony was Sebastian.
Yeah, little Sebastian.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So what are you asking for? Did you say mastiff or did you say like pony?
I said horses, like a horse
Horses.
appropriate for a halfling specifically.
Oh, specifically for.
I-
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some ponies, but I don't know. I think they might be a little bit slower than our regular breeds.
Hmm.
Do I know enough about like horses and animal riding? Is it like if you're a tiny person, that's okay because it's fine, or is it like no, she needs a small horse?
Oh, like can she get on? Like one of your guys'?
Like, will
Well, I
she
mean,
be able
I
to
feel- I
ride
feel
in a
like-
normal saddle on a normal horse?
Yes. Yes.
Well, like a custom saddle, but like, can she operate a normal horse?
She
Like,
can.
is that okay?
Yes, she can
Okay.
handle a normal horse. Yeah. No custom saddle needed.
Okay.
I am a city girl, so we'll see about handling it.
Do you want to show us your stock and let us pick out ones that are
well-
available for sale?
Well, we do have them in tiers, so we have our best breeds, but they're going to be more expensive. So, it depends on how much you're willing to spend. What is your budget?
Well, why don't you tell me what does your top tier go for?
Well, we have 2 of our stallions, and he kind of points to the very back, where you can see one is a very pure black, very built horse, and the one next to it is like a chocolate brown, very one-colored, both of them, and they're very solid colored and solid muscular. You say, well, those 2 are our best horses that we have here, and you see the ones in the middle here, and he kind of points in the direction, and they're like your standard horses. Well, these would be our mid-tier, and then they're fine for normal use, but they're a little bit scrawnier than the other ones, and you see there are 3 that are a little bit not malnutrition or anything, but they're just leaner looking and don't have as much muscle. So if you're pulling something, I wouldn't recommend these horses for you. And in terms of price grade, well, the large ones, and hold on, I have to look up travel stuff.
Would you? Is it just warhorse, horse, pony?
Yeah.
Are war horses like fast, or are they just like hardy?
I think they are fast.
They're fast and they can pull a lot more. Trying to figure out where I had this information.
So I'm looking online. War horses were 400, ponies were 30, and riding horses are 75.
Yes, so those should be the tiers.
400 gold versus 75 gold.
Yeah, that's the mid tier. Excuse me, the mid tier are 75. The top tier would be 400, and then I guess for using ponies would be 30.
Yep, correct. Yeah, so the warhorse is faster and can pull more. Here, maybe I can paste this chart.
It is actually faster, or do they have the same speed?
It's faster. Warhorse is 60 feet. The
Riding horses are also.
The draft horse is what I was thinking. 40. Wait, no. No, you're right. Riding. So you're right. There is no speed difference.
Mm.
There's no speed. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, that was my bad.
Well, I would say for our purposes here, I think the standard one would fit our needs. I'm talking to Tarvik, would fit our needs pretty well, unless you think we need one of the stallions.
No, I think we can just deal with the basics. The mid tier ones.
I'd like to go to the standard horses and pick out what I think are the best. Good-natured, intelligent. I want an intelligent horse. That's the smartest one.
Tarvik is also going to, but he's just going to like go up to horses and just be like, "Hello, Mr. Horse." No, not you. And then just walk over to a different horse and say, "Hello, Mr. Horse." Yes, maybe you.
All right, roll me an insight check with disadvantage to try and gauge what a horse is like, because you
not like a nature. Okay.
You can if you
Insight.
want. Nature at disadvantage.
Nature?
So you can if you want.
Okay.
Right.
Cool. That's
All right.
all right.
Would I be able to roll just like an animal handling, just try to get vibes off of them?
Yes. Give me 1 second. So roll
Yeah,
it
good.
as you kind of. Yeah, vibes check. That's what insight check is. It's vibe check.
Well, yeah, that's a human vibe check.
That's a
This is an
human-
animal vibe check.
That's true. So, Roland, as you kind of walk forward and you're trying to figure out like which ones of the mid tier are the most intelligent, you just like bore into the eyes of these horses and you just kind of stare at them in the face, and one of them just kind of, just like I don't know what you call it, but just kind of like breathes heavily on you, and your hair just kind of flies a little bit. And you kind of like check the other horses one by one. You're kind of looking for the intelligence. One just kind of stares at you very, very unblinkingly, just stares at you for the longest time. It does not break eye contact until you break eye contact. And then he just kind of starts like nipping at its neck, trying to like get at some flies. And the other 3, 4, 5, however many are there, as you kind of take a look around at all of them, they all just kind of have no discernible pattern as to intelligence. And Tarvik, as you go and talk to them and say, "Hello, Mr. Horse," go ahead and roll animal handling for me, or insight for me if you want. As you interact with them.
Insight is better, but I feel like I'm gonna do animal handling.
All right, go.
Nope.
Oh.
Yep. I get solid. Tarvik picks 4 horses at random.
As you go around and say, "Hello, Mr. Horse," the second one that you say, "Maybe you." As soon as you end that, you get like the horse kind of rears up and just kind of knocks you down just ever so slightly. You don't fall down or anything, but he definitely hits his hooves against you as you back away. and he just kind of whinnies towards you.
Mhm.
Maybe he didn't like that you said maybe you.
I will
That
say
one's either a
hmm.
definite yes or a definite no.
Tarvik will just say, maybe Rita will like that.
Mm.
All right,
Rita.
so the half elven guy is just kind of waiting there for you guys to kind of pick your horses that you want. So you guys just pick 4, right? Or pick 3?
Yep. Pick 4, I guess. Yeah.
I think we're gonna pick 4. I don't know. Should we wait for the others? Let them pick their own? I don't know.
No, I feel like I feel like I got a real Rita vibe off that one. So
This one-
you know.
This one feels like a very Cassandra horse too. It's not a good vibe too.
It also helps that it's black. I mean, I don't want to belittle her too much, but I'm pretty sure that we could sell that this is from the Raven Queen very easily.
I like this. And so we have an all black one for Cassandra, and
The one that doesn't like me for Rita, and then 2 randomly other ones.
yeah, I think I'm gonna pick out like one that has like nice like pinto patterning on it. That that when I put my hand on his nose, he flicked it off, and that felt like a good sign.
Nice.
I don't know. But go up to the guy, ask for saddles and bits and
Yes.
all the stuff,
Yeah.
rations for a week, whatever.
Yeah, he sets you guys up for your initial buy. Tarvik, what other one do you pick? What's the 4th horse that you pick?
The one for me, I think it's like one, like towards the back, like one of the last ones Tarvik talked to. It was like, yes, you. And it looks like it's a very like chestnut colored horse, with like just some like white spots along its neck, let's say.
Cool. All right, Tarvik picks his horse, and like I said, he sets you guys up. You guys make your payment. That's 75 times 4 for your 4 horses, and I'd say about this time, Rita and Cassandra. Both of you make... Okay, so you don't know this city at all. Maybe Rita, you briefly passed by, but you're not very familiar. Both of you just make general intelligence checks for me.
We told them where we were going before they went in.
Did you?
Yeah, because they went into the Peter house and we said we're gonna get horses and pointed.
We also did tell them it was by the gate, so in theory they would at least go this way, but...
Okay, that's good, because those rolls weren't great. So we'll say you guys had already mentioned which direction to go. You guys eventually would just meet up at this point where you've just gotten your horses, and Rita and Cassandra join up with you guys.
I'm gonna
just in
give
time.
her 300 gold, so I'm marking off 30 platinum. Is there anything additional for supplies?
No, it's all inclusive. So you got the saddles and the whatever else equipment.
Oh, I'll hand over. I'll give Roland 7 platinum and 5 gold for me.
Thank you.
Oh, did you guys pick?
Yes.
I'm sure
Rita,
they would trade
this
them out
is
if you
yours.
want a different one, but this one seemed very you. I'll hand her the black one.
Ooh, is it a guy or a girl?
It is a guy.
A guy. Okay. He's gorgeous.
Yes.
I gotta think of a name for him.
Don't name them.
What? Why?
Don't name them.
What?
You're gonna get attached.
Oh, I'm already attached.
I want to name my horse. I feel like
Okay.
it's a sign of respect for the animal.
I don't know. Horse seems to be very respectable. Also, Rita, this one's yours. I got a very Rita vibe from it.
Thanks, Tarvik. You know, I mean, sometimes we don't always see eye to eye, but I feel like you always just, you know, have like the best intentions, and you're always looking
Absolutely.
out for us. So,
Yes.
thanks.
As you guys grab hold of your horses, Cassandra and Reed, I would like both of you to make animal handling as you try and adjust yourself and get acclimated with the animal.
Okay.
Oh, very
That's
nice. So Cassandra, as soon as you get your horse, you see that he's kind of huffing a little bit, and he's kind of like moving his head just around a little bit, but he's not doing anything harmful to you, or it doesn't seem to be like displeased with you. He's just kind of like annoyed with his reins a little bit, and you can see he just kind of looks at you and just shakes his head just a little bit towards you. And then Rieta, as soon as Tarvik passes off this horse to you, he immediately nuzzles up to you and just cuddles your face.
Hooray!
What's the coloring for Rita's horse?
I'll let Rita. I'll let Rita
Yeah,
decide
Rita.
that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I am still not ready. What colors do horses come in?
All colors. Red.
I'm
black,
gonna go with
green.
like it's
Body
like so it's kind of like a chestnut color, but its hooves like go like its hooves in the bottom of its legs go to black.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Good picks, guys.
Mhm.
What do we do with them?
We ride them.
Okay. But where do we like store them?
Aren't we leaving now? This is where
Did you
we got
guys
the horses.
did you guys like get feed and everything?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the.
Here in your pack on the horse, there's the feed and all the.
I say you have like 3 days worth of horse food.
Can I go back in and buy some more? I'd like a week's worth.
Yeah, sure. I'd say that's like for each horse, it's probably 3 to 4 additional days on top of what you already got for free with the purchase. Let's say 6 silver, so 6 times 4, 24.
Okay, I'm marking that off.
Thank you. Do I have like a little ladder to get up on my?
I will just like
ladder?
whenever your horse is ready, Tarvik will just come up behind you and just lift you up and place you on your horse.
Thank you, Tarvik.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Roland and Tarvik, roll animal handling for me as both of you kind of start to mount your horses.
Hope it goes better than the last one.
I'm no longer at disadvantage.
Well, the last one was Rita's horse. That's why I didn't like you. Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, both of you very easily, though there's no outright affection like Rita's horse shared with her, both of your horses are female. Both of yours. So both of them just kind of, deal with you. No positive emotion, nothing negative. They're just kind of there.
I've got a name for mine. Corvus. It's another name for ravens.
Ooh.
I just look at Roland like.
I'm a raven girl instead of a horse.
Yeah, I was about to say this is the equivalent, right? Like the obsessive horse girl. It has a, but like I feel like we're gonna walk into a pet shop one day, and it's just gonna be a cage and like all these cool animals and stuff, and then there's just this one raven in the corner, and you're just gonna be like, yes, I'll have the raven, please.
We're gonna get a house and just fill it with ravens.
Oh dear goodness. All the bird poop.
Yep.
Bird poop galore.
Okay. Alright, are we going to the spa?
Unless you all want to do something else, but I think that might be wise.
You talk on the road?
It seems like these can move at a decent pace, so I don't
Oh, yeah, I
know.
feel like I'm talking first. Like
We
jogging.
might.
When
Yeah,
we
I was
camp.
just, yeah. I don't know. Do we need to camp? I know. I guess it's gonna take a full day. We'll just camp a little closer to it.
Mhm.
Right. Well, and so I don't have to take a rest. Would like to take a short rest at least. I don't have to fully like rest if we don't need to. I feel like we might need to rest though.
I mean,
I
I
don't-
feel like the horses might need to rest.
Well, there's that too.
Mhm.
So like, okay, so DM, if we push the horses, can they safely get to the spa without resting, or do they need to rest in between now and there?
You'll be fine until you get there. So it'll be just 3. It'll be 3 hours because it cuts your speed, or it cuts the time that you need to go. So I estimate roughly 6 hours literally walking. So it's about 3 on horseback. So you'll get there before like 6, maybe 5.
Oh, nice. So so then we'll get there today. There's
Yeah.
no need to
Yeah.
rest on the road. We can just talk on the
Yeah.
road.
Yep.
Well, unless anyone like doesn't want to be going to the spa without having taken a rest, is anyone in that position?
I think I still have everything right now. I didn't cast anything.
I feel
Yeah.
great.
I think I've had a very different day than you all have had.
You
Huh.
used a couple of spells on that chase, I think.
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
beginning
I
there.
used about some of
Yeah.
the chase. I still have all my
Yeah.
good stuff, so I'm fine. All right.
Okay.
Are we? I guess while we're on the road, I guess Tarvik would ask, like, are we expecting to fight
Yeah,
anyone
we're
at the
supposed to be
spa?
like spawing, right? No,
What?
supposed to
It's-
do.
It was about to say, why do we need a bunch of spells if it's just we're going to pick up a route and come back?
Well,
Well, I
because
mean,
there could be
it's-
monsters on the road.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
been dangerous.
I guess.
like, out and around here.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Are you okay, Roland?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm weirdly tapped. I'm out of all my low levels, but I can still do big things, and I can still
Okay.
use as reservoirs to do some small things. But I also I can recover some of that if we rest too. So short rest. But anyway, let's play it by ear. Let's see if anything engages with us, and
Okay.
decide then. Fight after.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's hit the road.
As you guys mount and leave the gates, you notice that again there's more guardsmen on patrol. Tarvik, as you guys are leaving on your on horseback, you see on the ground it's like a silverish with a little bit of a blue glint / hue, like a small coin on the ground, and you just notice it as you pass by.
Can I stop and see if I
Yeah,
can
if
pick
you
it up?
want. Yeah.
I'll stop real quick. I'll see what it is.
So you guys see Tarvik stop. Tarvik, you just say nothing and
Yeah.
you stop.
Yep. Well, welcome to Tarvik, where speaking his mind is not a thing.
I love it.
I
Tarvik?
stop and I look at the coin on the ground. Pick it up if it's an actual coin.
Yeah, it's an actual coin, and you see, it's very strange. You've never really seen this coin before. It doesn't seem to be the currency of this area on the Sword Coast. And as soon as you pick it up, you see like a translucent arrow that points out to the gate. It's just like hovering, just in the air, pointing out towards the gate.
Out.
Whoa.
It's like 20 feet away from you. This translucent arrow, same kind of
Is it like-
slightly
we
silverish
see it?
bluish hue. You guys don't
We
see
see
anything. You guys see Tarvik pick up a coin.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Are you broke, Tarvik? You've been picking coins off the ground?
Well, I mean, I know we were saving up money for that thing, so I figured every copper counts. But
True.
then this happened. So it just points away from the gate, right?
It points to the gate. So you guys are just
To
about
the
to
gate.
go out to the gate. Yeah, it points outside. So it
What
points this
happened?
direction.
The arrow thing happened, I guess.
What
You
arrow
see
thing?
the arrow thing? Okay. I'll like take the coin and like maybe not hand it over, but like put it out in my palm and be like, put your hand on this. See if that works.
I'll try.
You put your hand, and as soon as your skin is touching the coin, you see the arrow as well.
Whoa.
Yep.
Roland, this is some magic shit.
Do you?
You hear
Okay.
from the guards surrounding, "Move on! Go through the
Oh,
gate!
okay.
Holding
Okay,
up traffic!"
Sorry.
Move out of the way.
Sorry. And then I'll get back on my horse and I will start walking away. Actually, I'll help Cassandra back up on top of her horse and then get on my horse and then walk away.
If I am, that's funny. If I like tie my horse to someone else's horse, can I ritually cast from the set from my saddle?
Yes, but I will say... just make a animal handling check. See how well you just kind of stay on top.
Okay.
And are
Okay.
being okay with your horse. Yeah,
Oh.
you're fine. It's a little bumpy. Sometimes you gotta like catch yourself and kind of, refocus back on the horse a little bit, but you easily get back into your ritual cast. And you guys are moving along the road, yes? Your
Yep.
horses.
Yeah.
I
I'm
see
gonna
it.
cast Identify on it as we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Do you need it for that or?
Well, sorry, if Tarvik will give it to me or hold it for me while I cast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll keep holding on to it. Does the arrow move at all as we like exit?
Yes,
Like-
as you continue moving forward, it stays forward and then disappears as soon as you kind of reach that point where the arrow was hovering, and then a new one appears again like 20 feet away. And it adjusts ever so faintly. Make a... Actually, no, you don't need to make a check. It like changes direction to kind of match where the road is heading.
That's neat.
Okay. I'll tell. As Roland is casting that, I will just say out loud. It looks like it's matching the road, the arrow. It looks it's pretty weird, but
Well, this is
I
the way
don't-
we're going, right?
yeah, but I don't know where this is going to. It might not be going where we're going.
Think of another place. Think of something behind us.
Oh, okay. I think of the exact spot behind me.
You think it, and the arrow continues to remain where it was in front, and then as soon as your horses reach a front again, another arrow appears.
No, it looks like it's going to a spot. I'm guessing, but I don't know where it is.
This is tempting.
I mean,
Hopefully it's on the way to
maybe-
the spa.
I was about to say maybe it's just on the way. Maybe that will be nice, but.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess Roland will tell us more, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Rita, what do you think about the arrows?
I mean, I think it's like an adventure. We should like check it out. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, we don't know where this is going though. Why would it be going? I don't know. Like, it seems like it's going to a weird spot.
Maybe it's going to treasure. Like the pirate treasure map.
I don't think it's going to treasure. I think it's
Maybe it's going to like an eccentric magical item crafter, like an artificer or something, and he just sort of throws these around, and because he's like cuckoo crazy, and he like tries to like this is how he does
Like
his
an advertising.
advertisement. Yeah.
this seems like it's advertising for a tourist trap, if anything.
Ooh. That could be fun too. I like.
This way to the world's largest arrow.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I
Maybe
guess.
could write a song about it.
Uh,
Go ahead, Tarvik.
I was going to just say. I was just going to say like, I feel like we probably should just focus on the mission, and try to get the route or whatever it is.
Sure.
So,
But
Uh, as you guys continue moving southwest, the arrow, interesting enough, Tarvik, when you get to this point down here, where y'all are kind of moving in the southeast direction, the arrow moves away from the path. Originally it was staying on the path, but now it's still pointing in the southwest direction. So you see it. So you see it's not necessarily following the road itself, it's just going towards the southwest direction. Yeah.
Okay. And it's just pointing this way. All right.
Yeah, correct. And Roland, your detect magic ritually.
Identify.
Oh, identify. Okay. So that takes 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think you're either just about the edge of the kind of outskirt area, or you've already passed it. What do you get with identify?
I will put it in the chat. One
Yo.
second. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties, how to use them, and whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has left, if any.
There are no charges. There is no attunement to use it. It is a magic imbued object. Its properties. It seems to be some type of, let's see, conjuration. It has some conjuration property to it, and it apparently doesn't have any use other than what you already know, is that when you pick it up, there's an arrow that points.
Okay, well that was... Okay. Do I know what created it? It says, if the item was created with a spell, I know what spell created it.
Yes. It was... Hold on, I'm trying to remember what the spell was. Do you get the actual spell itself?
Yes, I learned which
Okay.
spell. But if you just want to vaguely describe it,
it's the one that's, find...
Find the path? Or...
Yes, find the path. Is that the spell I'm thinking of?
I think sounds like it, yeah.
It's the one that it shows you the path. Shortest, most direct. Yes, it is find the path.
Yeah, find the path.
Yes.
do I get the impression that, like, this has something... Like, this object is linked to a specific destination, or does it have to do with, like, you can change the destination by concentrating or anything like that? Do I know that?
You know that it is a specific location. It is specifically find the path. The spell. The 6th level divination spell.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I can relay that to the group, and I will take control of the horse. I've decided to name Inereth. You know,
What's that mean?
Inereth is the elven god of history, philosophy, and time.
Oh, wow. That's a holy horse.
So you've named it Time Horse.
The god of time, but yes.
I've decided to name my horse Tarvik because you were so nice in picking it out for me.
That's completely fair. I'm sure that we won't get mixed up at all during this entire time.
Tarvik the Second.
Oh, that's great.
I decided to name mine Horse.
Horse name is Horse.
That is
Horse is horse.
That is so Tarvik. I very much appreciate.
I feel like we're so on brand.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Are you saying Tarvik the horse or Tarvik? Is it on brand for Tarvik the horse? I don't know.
Is it? We'll see. All right, so this is another good time for another breaky break.
Oh, look at us on our horses.
I know, yeah, I put you guys on horses.
Yay, horses.
So you guys are making your way down on the path that just kind of puters out into just like a grassy patch that's kind of faded in certain areas. And Tarvik, you remain holding the coin, correct?
Yep, I'm gonna keep holding it as we're going. I think my focus is definitely going to be the spa, but I will. If at any point it starts pointing north or something like that, that's when I'll let people know at least.
Okay, it doesn't point north per se, but it does start to point west at a point where you're going south now and it continues to point west, like you've passed it.
I won't let anyone know right away, but I mean, how long into our journey does that happen?
I'd say about an hour or two, rough estimate.
Okay, I will just, for the time being, I will just make a note of that, a mental note of that, and then just let it continue going as we're going to the spa.
I feel like we need to discuss what we're going to do at the spa. Because there's a possibility that they may not give us the item that we're asking for. I just want to know what. I'm just saying that's a possibility. It's magical, right? Maybe they guard it. Like, if they don't, then are we just going to give up? Are we going to consider alternate methods of procurement?
Why would we steal a root from a place that already has the root? Also, why wouldn't they want to sell us the root or give us the root?
Maybe it's very powerful magic. I'm just saying, if we don't discuss it ahead of time and we wait till it happens, then it might be too late to do anything about it, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, we could try and stay there the night, and in the middle of the night try and steal. Backup plan?
Oh, okay. I still don't understand. I don't think we need to steal it, right?
Backup plan.
Like, why would Mr. Michael Doon send us on a thing to get us a thing that we'd have to steal? It seems pretty
Because we're
dumb.
very capable.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Bounty board say like it needed investigators for this or something.
well, I thought it just said good finders.
Finders.
Oh.
Okay.
Exceptional finders of things needed.
So I mean, I guess the real question is like, how far are we willing to go to like procure this? If it comes down to it, like, are we gonna murder spa workers to get a root?
I'm gonna say no.
I feel like
there's a firm line in the sand
That's
at
a
murdering
no.
spa.
Well, I have a question. Why are we planning for the idea that this is going to be hard to get when it seems like it's just going to be us picking up something and then leaving?
Sometimes
Well,
life
because
is
there's going
hard,
to be a
know,
moment where we wish we had talked about it if we don't talk about it ahead of time. Like, it's kind of hard to have this conversation in the heat of the moment. If that moment comes.
Oh. I mean, we could. Our communication at the tower was pretty good. Could we just do that again?
What do we say at the tower?
That was where me and
I cast
Yelling at
thaumaturgy and I turn over to to Roland and I just say, when we talked like this.
Tarvik also cast it on himself. Yeah, that's the one. I feel like that's pretty good, right?
No. Face palm.
What?
We should be
Tarvik
subtle if we're gonna do.
and Rieta, make animal handling checks for me, please.
Oh no.
Oh, good. Good. All right, hang on. There we go. Animal handling.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh.
Tarvik is a good horse.
Very good.
Yeah.
Both of you, though, you notice a subtle shift in the surprise of the horses from the very loud thaumaturgy that both of you, very without warning, just did. The horses seem to acclimate very quickly, and they keep going on.
Oh, these poor horses.
They don't even have any idea if combat starts.
Oh goodness, we're okay. No, I think we're all on the same page. Where I feel like we should be subtle, going to inquire about it, and if for any reason they don't give it to us. We'll have a backup plan then. But I don't know. Should we come in saying Mr. Michael Dune asked us to procure this and ask them if that be possible, or should we be like more subtle than that even? I wonder if we should come in like in 2 separate groups. Or in a disguise.
I think that's overthinking.
Is that okay?
I feel like we're overthinking for the possibility that they may not hand over something that is fairly common and known.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we'll, I guess you could say that life is not always a trip to the spa, but this is literally a trip to the spa. So,
But if we're talking, so the Shadow House, they're definitely doing something at the Tilted Tavern. There's like a meeting room in the back of the Tilted Tavern, and I saw some people talking, and they were talking about how the city guard isn't paying attention to them, and they're doing something that isn't what the city normally wants. And I just feel like it's connected to Roland, because they seem to be the only guild running the city. And there was that thief that broke in to distract while the imposter got away, right?
I think so. There was
Or the assassin or whatever.
there were definitely 2 people, I think, at the house. Oh, it's confusing.
They seem to be the only organized crime, or the biggest organized crime. So leading suspect for whatever the imposter situation is.
Why do you think something's happening at the tavern, though?
I saw the people that were talking about their bad activities and the guards not paying attention to them went into this back room. I also talked to a rogue that was with the Shadow House, and they took me to this tavern as like a date. Don't worry, nothing happened, but I feel like it's all connected.
Cassandra, you got a date?
I got a date. I did. He grabbed my butt.
Nice.
He had a nice butt himself too.
Tarvik zones out more than usual.
This thought just popped in my head. We actually know someone who can kind of change their shape. What if this is red?
Oh shit! Line it could be that bastard.
You think, okay. So the person I spoke to that night at my house, you think might have been red?
I mean, like,
because he can change his shape.
It's a shape changer, and it's someone who is interested in us.
Is it a new day yet? Oh no, it isn't. Have we scryed today?
We did.
Okay.
Very early this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta scry.
It's been a very long day. Yeah.
All right.
So tomorrow you want to scry on red?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Agreed.
Rieta, that was brilliant. I think that's the best clue we've had.
Red was obviously like betrayal of our trust was horrible, but I don't know. This person seemed like, I mean, their accomplice was very stabby, and I don't think Red was hurting us.
Yeah.
want to make sure. Actually, out of character, I want to make sure I'm understanding right what happened. There was someone impersonating my sister. As far as we know, they left exit via a window, and randomly the next morning, a person came into the house, stabbed a guard, and left. Is that all correct?
I thought we don't know when your sister, the imposter, escaped. I thought
Right.
the stabby stab was to cover the escape.
Okay.
So
But
in terms
why
of
did they just
timeline,
simply leave?
In terms of timeline, you guys know that you saw Roland's sister in the morning. Roland, you
Right.
saw her in the morning,
I saw her in the morning. Okay.
and she
Okay.
she just went back to her room, and then up until that point, you don't know what happened with her because she was in her room. And then there was a disturbance downstairs a little bit after the guards came, and you all rushed down.
What if the shadow house is after Red?
So you think that maybe Okay, so you're thinking stabby person was Shadow House, and
Yes.
it could have been completely separate from impersonator. It's possible they weren't working together at all; that they were completely
It
separate.
could have been
groups.
Stabby Stab was covering up a kidnapping. And they kidnapped Imposter.
Oh, okay. So someone stabbed at the front door while someone else came up to window above and grabbed impersonator.
Right.
I feel like then they would have to. That was very well coordinated in terms of they knew that a covert person was in my house in the middle of their mission to do something. It seems like impersonator was probably trying to be more discreet than that. I mean, exceptional timing.
Impersonator wasn't found out. They could have just walked out without the stabby stabs, right?
It does seem like that. Why didn't impersonator just simply leave via the window? I mean, it was early in the morning. We were all distracted. There was no way that we were gonna none of us had reason to go into the room.
So what if there's a hit on the imposter?
And they just happened to catch up with them that morning?
Yeah.
That's so weird. Maybe something else happened at the house that they're trying to cover up.
Or maybe your sister was a target and they just happened to catch the imposter.
Well, but the stabby stab. Okay, well that imply because there was a person that was missing via the window. Well, I mean, no one's come after her since then.
True. Yeah. Interesting. Maybe it's connected to the kidnappings too. The city kidnappings.
Yeah, that's all very plausible. I think you're right that it seems to be within reason that the established thieves guild of the city might know something.
Yeah.
I think step one is getting into that back room, right?
Right. I think we'll need someone like you and Rieta with disguise abilities to...
Maybe if we captured your boyfriend, I could make myself look like him and walk into the back room.
The bartender was very smart. You gotta be careful with her.
I really wish we had the ability to disguise one of you all. That's a little bit harder magic.
Maybe you'll learn it one day.
Or we could just sneak in, maybe. Cause a distraction and you could just slip in. Could disguise as the bartender.
I mean, I could maybe charm the bartender and then we can do what we want that way.
Alright, so do we want to do the spa, investigate the Tilted Tavern, and then go to Vermilion, or...?
I think so. I think Vermilion, should be as we're leaving town. When we're going back to Parabor, we do Vermilion on the way.
Are we going back to Parabor, though?
think so. I think our friends are in danger, possibly dying at this moment, and we should probably go and save them. Maybe.
But Zeke might actually have handled things. Who knows? Also, I don't want to be that guy, but we'd spend another week on the road to maybe help with their problem. While there's like there's probably about 3 or 4 other problems in Duras that we could probably help handle, right?
It also seems like it was just gloomers, and if we go up there and we fight the gloomers, by the time we leave and get to wherever we're going, they're probably going to be back. We need to figure out where these things are coming from and stop them.
Okay, well, Baby Parabor's not on the list, but I definitely think Spa first, and then we can discuss either Tilted Tavern or Vermilion next once we get back. But definitely Spa.
Arrow?
Oh, is it still going forward?
No. It's kind of going in a. I'm assuming it's back in west now, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I point that direction.
The arrow
that
is
way now.
Curious.
Maybe we check that on the way back, because it seems like it's something.
Yeah.
South of the city a bit.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. I feel like we have a plan.
You do.
I want to keep an eye out for anyone following us or any dangers.
Make a perception check for me. It doesn't appear like anybody is following you, and as you guys are traveling, strangely so, there doesn't appear to be any dangerous creatures around. You seem to be safe at the moment.
Okay. Well, that's good. Corvus can handle any attacks right now.
By the way, can you all write your horse names in your Roll20 sheet somewhere?
Am I in our Roll20 sheet?
Yeah, just
In
send
our
it to me in
characters.
Discord. It doesn't matter. I just want the names.
I'll just stick it in allies.
I'm gonna put it under treasure.
Love it. I just want to make sure.
Oh, I wrote under. I think allies and organizations is a great place for it. I've written horse and then little dash and just said horse's horse.
I use this page at all. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Roll20, just so that I know it, so it can be Discord as well. Any other conversations?
Did we ever? Well, did we? I remember when we were in the Feywild, we got a saddle of the Cavaliers or something like that. Did we keep that? Did we sell it? Do we still have that?
Ooh.
Look in your inventories.
I thought it was too heavy for me, so we did something with it. Did I give it to Tarvik?
We don't have it.
Ida was not with you guys when you went into the Feywild.
No, not
Feywild.
No, we got
Shadowfell.
I didn't put that in my inventory.
I
You leave it
think
at that
Cassandra
house.
had it. I think Cassandra had it, and I think she sold it at Pips.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That makes sense.
That's what I
Yes.
think happened.
That would make sense. That's fine. Just curious.
Good memory. Rolling.
I'm actually a little nervous with the horses. I feel like maybe we can train them to stay together, or to if something dangerous happens to react in a certain way, so they don't run off and die. I don't know.
During the travel,
Yeah.
if you want to try, we can make some rolls. What do you?
Yeah,
what,
maybe,
do you what do you want to train them to do?
Well, I think just start with thaumaturgy and just get them used to large sounds and noises, and
Okay.
just try to reward them for not panicking and running off.
Okay, and how are you going to reward them?
Make the rations taste like
Yeah,
apples.
I was okay. Good. Prestidigitation. I may pull out from their food some pellets and make them taste like sugar cubes.
Wonderful. Okay. So we have some positive reinforcement that's going to happen. I would like each of you to roll for your horses, animal handling. See how well you can kind of calm them down. So
Lucky.
yeah, so all the horses.
Eventually, these are going to
Roland's.
go bad.
Eventually, gonna have some hardcore nat ones. So all the horses except for Roland's do fairly well. They kind of hold their ground and they don't react quickly. For Roland, your horse starts bolting to the left immediately. I'd like you to either make a your choice of strength saving throw, or dexterity saving throw, and then roll another animal handling check after your choice.
Handling, you said?
Yeah. Okay. So your horse bolts off to the left, and you grab on, and you manage to keep yourself upright and on the saddle completely fine. And you try and calm your horse down a little bit. It takes a little while. Roland's horse has galloped away. Yeah, he's 100 feet away right now. And at this point, Roland, your horse kind of starts to slow down into a little bit. I don't know horse terms, but not a gallop, but they a canter or something. Yeah. So it slows down, and then you're able to navigate it back to your group. But it didn't do so hot. It reacted pretty poorly.
Okay, well, we'll work on it. It's okay, we'll work on it.
Teach them to come to a whistle, so that if they run away, we can call them back.
This is very impressive that we plan on teaching them over the course of about an hour until we get to the spa.
I'm saying one
It's
day.
a start.
Tomorrow.
It's a start.
It is a start. 3 horses handled the loud noise very well, so
That's good. That's good.
as you keep on working on this, it will improve. And let's do one more, because you have 3 hours, so let's do an hour and a half for each time. So do another animal handling check, all of you.
Only a matter of time, everybody. Only a matter of time.
Got
a 1.
So sad.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Tarvik is the best horse.
Wow, Tarvik is the best horse. So another loud thaumaturgy. I'll say Rieta did this, and Roland, your horse again behaves exactly the same as it did before. Go ahead and roll your save for me, and then roll another animal handling check. And then, very nice dex save. So Cassandra, your horse as well bolts off. This one goes to the right. Tarvik, your horse kind of just whinnies a little bit and just shakes his head, but it's completely fine. Cassandra, can you also make a dex save in animal handling? As Roland, you hold on, you're prepared for this, because you know your horse bolts. And so you go ahead and grab on, and you eventually, again, it takes a little while, your horse bolts for a little while, and then starts to slow down, and then you eventually rear it back to the rest of your group. Cassandra, you hold on a little bit, but your right hand slips, and you teeter on to the left side of your horse, and you're just barely holding on. Your feet scrape the ground a bit. You take 1 point of brush burn damage on your ankle as you try and get back up. But while this is all happening, you are tell me what you do to calm down the horse as you lose grip and you're half on the horse.
I guess I will. Let me think. I'm not a very horse savvy person.
Yeah.
Neither
am I.
I'll try to I'll try to take just all of this craziness as calmly as possible and just very gently just say, it's okay, Carvis, it's not gonna be okay. We're just gonna go back to the group now. Just very smooth, calm talking.
Just the whisper over the horse's initial freak out, and just one word, just that it's okay. immediately your horse like starts to slow down, not so abruptly that you like get whiplash or anything, but very, very immediately in the fact that it reacts to your voice and it stops and lets you get back on. Rieta, describe to me how your horse handles the situation. It handles it perfectly. So describe to me how your horse does that.
Okay, so I mean, Rieta is the one who sort of cast the thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
She sort of like yelled it out. So like as she did this, she's just going to sort of like put a hand up on on Tarvik's neck and just sort of pet it gently afterwards as it sort of starts rushing ahead and
Rick
just
says, "Why are you
sort of
petting me?"
soothes Tarvik by sort of just whispering little sweet nothings into his ear.
I 100% love that this horse is named Tarvik. Oh my god. Whispering sweet nothings into his ear as he calms down.
I'm visibly uncomfortable with this, and I know it's not even me.
Oh, I love this so much. Please, anyone, keep reminding me that you guys are training with your horses at any chance you get.
Right.
Continue to have lovely moments like this. All right, so as you guys continue training, they're getting a little bit more acclimated, though it's still early on in the training. You're still gonna have to keep on working at this in order for them to be hardened for any type of serendipitous battle or something that you guys have. So as you guys continue forward, any last conversations or planning that you guys want to do before you reach the restful world?
Do we get facials or mud baths, or what do they do with these things?
I
don't have a
think they
menu.
sell roots.
What was that, Tarvik?
I said that I think they sell roots, at least.
That's true. But should we do anything else while we're there?
Would be a nice place to rest, but we'll have to see what they offer.
Ooh, massages. I hear those are cool.
That sounds nice. Do we see the place?
You do, yeah. As you guys end your conversations, you end up seeing this fairly large building, and it's fairly long. And I think we'll stop here for tonight, but I'll let you guys see kind of where you end up. Here, you're kind of facing this building. At the very front entrance. It's fairly large, so this is kind of what you're looking at when you look in. But yeah, so this is where we